started this workout with negative handstand press ups, but I didn't do them too much because I did a lot of them yesterday. But because I'm scared of losing the skill or the ability to do them, I decided to start this workout with them. Because with the handstand, there's a lot of balance involved, and especially me, I'm 6'2", which is 187 centimeters. So my legs are quite long, and I have to train a lot to get that balance right. That doesn't mean that it's easy for anyone, but it's definitely harder if you have longer legs because the lever is basically longer. As you can see on those clips, I'm quite tall. So I moved straight into some strength sets with the bent arm press to handstand, but instead of pressing to the handstand, I just allowed my feet to float, and then I held it there for a little bit because I think if I press to the handstand, I'm just going to fall over. So by holding a position that is a bit easier than the handstand, I can maintain a longer duration of the hold, which means that there's more time under tension for my shoulders. And since my shoulders will be under more tension, I will be able to build strength more. So I could have pressed there into the handstand, but I just didn't because, yeah, as I mentioned before, I want to get more seconds under my belt in these kind of positions here where my head is below my hands, because then I'm going to build strength from the ground up. And given that one of my goals is to do handstand press ups for reps, this is a very good way to practice that because getting stuck at the bottom is no fun. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm leaning over to the point where my head goes past the bench, and then I'm just letting my legs come up naturally. Initially, they won't come up at all, or they won't float at all, and you'll just be bringing your head down and up and doing regular pike press ups. But as you get stronger, you'll start to push into the bench or the platform that you use more, and the more force you push with, the more chances there are that your legs are going to come up into the air and that you'll be able to press into the handstand. In the future, I aim to press from here into the handstand and then do handstand press ups from there. So that will be, I think, a point in time when I'm very impressed with my strength gains. At the moment, though, I'm just settling for the floating pike press up, which is an already impressive feat of strength. But as I said, there's no rush with calisthenics. Things take time. So, for example, in that rep, my feet went quite high. And instead of trying to press into the handstand and rush in the process, I just kind of done like a slow negative on the way down. Because, again, this is called mastery or bodyweight. So my focus is strength and control over my body weight, especially with the balance element as well. There's a lot of things with the floating pike press up that you won't really realize just by seeing it on screen. You actually have to do it before you kind of notice that you only have to kind of fail in terms of keeping your legs straight, or something really minor will result in you losing balance. So yeah, definitely don't rush and be patient on that one. After those, my shoulders were quite tensed, and yeah, they are quite tough. So I just took the pressure off myself and didn't try to do too much. Just done some pike press ups here. My main focus on these is keeping my legs completely straight, because the straight leg position allows me to then go onto my toes. If you notice, here I'm on my heels, and then when I come forward and do the reps, I go onto my toes almost fully. So that's really going to put pressure on your shoulders, and that's just a tip for anyone who wants to make pike press ups harder. Well, there's two tips. Keep your legs straight, and then when you're at the bottom of the pike press up, try to go onto your toes. That's going to really build up your shoulders and your strength in general. So the reason why I think pike press ups and the parallettes are good as well is simply because you can get more of a deep or depth. So as you can see, my head is going past my hands just slightly, but it's enough to make a difference. And another thing is the neutral grip that you can take when you do the pike press ups on the floor. Your wrist is going to be under pressure, and doing it too much on the floor, you might even injure your wrist from overuse. So anytime when your wrist feels like it's in pain or anything like that, and you've been doing some exercises before that on the floor, such as the handstand on the floor or pike press ups on the floor, just use the parallettes and it will save your wrist for future use, basically, so you don't get injured. With that being said, the pike press up is honestly one of the best exercises that I've come across to develop the handstand press up. Before I could even handstand or handstand press up, I tried doing it on the wall, and the wall versions do help, but those are really for balance. The pike press up is really the one that helped me to build strength. And when I watch my videos of me doing them or clips of me doing them, I see why, because I'm in such a deep position at the bottom of the pike press up, and if you just look at my upper body, it looks very similar to the handstand press up position. Apart from my lower body being on the floor, everything else is basically the same as a handstand press up. And I think that's probably why it's helped me so much, because the carryover or the transfer of strength is so, it's almost 100% similar in terms of the upper body to the handstand press up. So that's why I familiarized myself with the pike press up and doing it properly. And therefore, I'm getting closer and closer to unlocking handstand press ups for reps. But even without training the handstand press up, just doing pike press ups alone, if you can balance a handstand for 5 to 10 seconds, and you're really strong at pike press ups, you'll probably be able to unlock your first handstand press up just off that alone. So definitely try out the pike press ups and maintain a strict form, as you can see here in the video, with straight legs, and lean forward more if you want to make it harder, and walk back with your legs if you want to make it a bit easier. The closer your feet are to your hands, the harder the pike press up will be, because the weight is going to get shifted onto your shoulders more.